Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about burnout versus road rage. And I put that intentionally. I was on a burnout support group on Facebook, as many, and this guy, I know it's a lot of people who's in the gun community or less lethal. They kind of have jobs where they more, I guess, physical or something versus you have a desk job. and and by no means I have a desk job, but I'm also in the element of working with people. But anyway, I was hearing the story of this guy. Somebody had road rage, and um, somebody followed this guy. So he has burner built connected. I guess that's where his gun is, and he had, a gun mount in his car. So anyway, this person was, how I read the post, people was following him, and he pulled his burner out. But this other person had a real gun. If burner is all I have, it's all I have. First thing first, whoever shoots first and leave any type of mark, it's going to be in trouble. It's going to be in trouble legally. People keep talking about guns, and you forget the legal ramification. I don't have $5,000 to fight for my name like that. Even if I did, that is like a lot of money just for something just to drive off, especially you driving. Unless this person is on your tail and you pull your gun, then you gotta pull a gun, gun for gun. Like I said, I carry both. I carry a burner and I carry what did I just purchased? A Kel-Tec 22 long rifle. And then when I go out into any type of public or church or where there's a crowd and I legally can, I carry my 9, my Taurus. But first thing first, I take myself, if this person road rage and I have no other choice, I'm going to drive to the closest police department. And you probably say, oh, that's a punk move. Nobody do more martial arts than I do. I literally can whip anybody person for the most part. And I'm not saying that braggadocious. I trained for this. If anybody can say that I ain't scared, it's me. And even me, I get scared. I'm scared of what I'm going to lose. I'm scared of the possibility of a child not having a father. I'm scared of not seeing my child graduate from high school and college and married. That's what I'm scared of. If burning is all you have, it's all you have. But remember, whoever shoots first, it's going to cause a chain reaction. And unless there's no other way, and I know there's a lot of people with road rage, I had an issue and still have an issue sometimes getting up there with my anger. But wisdom and mistakes, trust me, ain't nothing like having a judge listen to a voicemail you left someone else saying you're gonna whip their ass if you come close to here. I would never thought protecting my family would get me in legal trouble, but it did. And I said the word, I ain't actually do it. So imagine the moment you shoot bullets and stuff like this. I would not recommend it. Unless you're in a dirt road and you driving in the country, then you gotta use whatever. If I'm on the road like that, and they rolling down their window, that, all how I can see, I'm gonna go less lethal for lethal if I have pepper ball rounds, and I have no, and their window is down long enough for me to shoot, and then for me to slam my brakes and give them 30 seconds for them to start choking. And the moment they start choking, then drive off, because sure enough, all that anger is gonna go away after that pepper spray hit that car for 30, 40 seconds, their eyes watering, their senses. That's the only how I could justify of using your burner in a lethal situation. Outside that, I would not do it. I would just drive to a local police department or a crowd, but I'm a person that's not perfect. I had a car, now I'm going on a month, literally was speeding. I'm like in the farthest lane I can go, the slowest lane. And this person had to been going 80 miles. He had to, if I'm going 70 now, he was going 95, 99 in the farthest right lane. I thought he was going to hit me. I pulled over to the shoulder. And even me, my mindset, and my daughter was in the car on top of that. My mindset was, I'm gonna get my gun out and we're gonna have a situation, because I was hot. And then I thought about, in my mindset, listen, let this person go. This is not the hill you want to die on. Now, if my child was in the car, there's a strong possibility I will follow them. Even with my smaller car, I will follow that car. And I know better. And I'm a social worker. So I'm designed to live in a calm and to handle a crisis situation. And I got the sense to say, hey, back up. So imagine you bring your burner and you doing this, which is, by the way, is brandishing. If a cop see this, they're not going to say, oh my God, that's a burner, LE, Black Edition. If somebody record you doing this, and they record you, and everybody got a camera, that is brandishing a weapon for intent for deadly harm. And unless it is self-defense, and you have no other option, that would not be a smart decision. And then let's say you brought your burner out and you pointed out this person, and now you're seeing they have a real gun. Don't you think the other person, the moment they see your gun or launcher, as we would like to say, but I'm supposed to think, oh shoot, that guy got a gun. And if I'm already angry and mad, my wife left me 3 months ago, and I'm just lashing out in the world, and you just a target. And then I see you do this, and you going back and forth. And let's say wherever his emotional state is, let's say wherever his emotional state is, this person can start shooting. What you gonna do with his 9? You gonna shoot your burner and it break glass? Come on, folks. Let's keep less lethal in the content what less lethal is. It is a self-defense tool that will protect you, but it is not make you an assassin, and it does not make you John Wick. It protects you in a close personal, or maybe a crowd situation, depending on your less lethal lineup. Their gun is more appropriate. But even then, remember, every bullet you're responsible for. Every bullet. And who knows? You may shoot this guy who just lost his daughter or his son 2 days ago, and they are on drug rage, and they just, life is already kicking them in the ass. And here you are making the situation worse. You're not gonna go home without some legal consequences. You gotta repair your car, which is call your insurance, and pretty sure you talk about, oh, somebody shot my car up. Guess what? You're gonna have to pay a $2,500 deductible, or $500 or $1,000, depending on what your insurance coverage. And your night is ruined. Literally, your night is ruined. Either in jail time, or explain to a officer what's going on, and then the legal situation. Now, only thing I would say, it'll look better. You're less lethal versus their gun legally. They're gonna say, then they're gonna ask questions. Then why do you shoot? Do you feel like you can drive off? Do you feel like you got physical proof of this person following you, where you shot your weapon, you're in fear of your life, basically Castle Doctrine, all this stuff. It's just a ramification you just don't want. I mean, it's not worth it. I'm doing all this rambling, but basically saying, use less lethal for what it is, to protect your life for immediate danger, not to show somebody up in a road rage situation where there's all ego. Let's call it what it is. So, all right, guys, have a good one.